If you play against online players, then you surely know that playing against real-time opponents are totally a different thing compared to AI matches. There are several problems which I can't fix, like internet or game lag. But some types of things are really helpful if you know them. Point number 1. Squad plan. The first thing you have to keep in mind is about a proper plan for your squad. Try to understand the strengths and weaknesses of your team playstyle. There's no problem with any playstyle out of 5. You can select as per your playing methods and bring your own potential to your squad. And obviously, one more important thing to remember is selecting the formation wisely. For example, if your playing style is counter-attack based, then it is better to choose a formation with wingers like 3-4-3 or 4-2-1-3. And if your playing style is passing based, then make sure to choose a formation which has more midfield domination, like 4-4-2 or 4-1-4-1. Point number 2. Player selection. Well, you have to focus on selecting exact players to counter online opponents with your playing strategy. For your squad, always try to pick one CB with build-up playing style. For DMF, try to pick anchor man, because he is great for defensive support. Talking about CMF and AMF, then try to select whole player or creative playmaker. These selections are most important. After that, you can pick strikers and wingers with your own playing styles. Keep in mind, try to select in-match roles for the players who are good at those things. Example, for selecting captain, choose a player who is capable of captaincy. And lastly, keep your team playstyle level within 99 to 100 for best output. Point number 3. Match selection. You cannot play the match properly if your opponent is playing in low internet connection. Try to play with opponents more than 3 antennas. And avoid less than 3. Sometimes, you may face lag in 3 antenna players, but the recommended playing condition is always 3 or more than that. Point number 4. Proper passing. Without knowing the proper position of players and passing, you can barely win against an opponent. I already uploaded several videos on passing. If you want to learn in details, then check my description. For now, you need to know about perfect timing and movement for passing the ball. There is no need of your fancy dribbling moves in online matches. Always try to pass and move for a better ball-winning position. It doesn't matter if you use fixed joystick or movable. Perform the pass when your player is in a position to pass the ball with an accuracy of more than 70%.
Telling his team to calm down, but they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here. I swear it's gonna get lights up big. They're well rewarded by the equalizer. Tell you what you should do. I gotta clear you. We're gonna make it soon. Just keep pushing through. You're what you got to lose. You're what you got to lose.
Point number 5. Matchup and pressure. If you figure out the actual usage of matchup, then you can easily win 70 to 80% of your defending chances. I'll make a detailed video about matchup soon. But for now, mark the opponent players, depending on the possibility of their next pass. Don't rush with pressure marking or you will lose the chance almost every time. Keep your defenders in their positions to make a fine matchup. Use the pressure when you need to capture the ball immediately. Point number 6. Super sub. Always keep 1 or 2 super sub player in your substitution bench. They are great for last-minute rescue. It is easy for a super sub player to create an opening and score from that chance. Your super sub is already at his full stamina, while opponents' defenders are not. And they are great for game-changing approaches. And try not to use them before 60 minutes of the game for best results. Point number 7. Device lag. Listen, it is necessary to have at least an average device to play eFootball, but not too high-end phone is required for this game. If you have a smartphone with more than 3 GB RAM and storage space available more than 15 GB, and obviously Android version 11 or higher, you're good to go. I'm not saying you can't play if you have a device lower than what I told, but in that case, you may face game lags in some conditions. So that's all I got in this video. Hope you understand all the things very well. If you want to